something to be said about life's best laid plans, especially when it comes to the esoteric and the art of tarot. For those of you who are wanting to tune in for our tarot show tonight, our apologies. It's going to happen some other time. If we had our tarot reader, we could possibly know when that was going to happen. But since we don't, we're just going to have to wing it. As ever, I am Ash Hamilton of HorrorFix.com. I'm joined by my co-hosts, Mark Gray and Rob Bastilli. How are you guys doing tonight? Not too bad. We are going to explore the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. We're going to revisit it. We're going to take a look at the best entries, the worst entries, the non-entries. We're going to take a look at everything possible on the Elm Street universe. We're going to spend some time on your street tonight? I don't know. We'll be spending time on Elm Street tonight. Let's go ahead and do a quick revisit of our week. How's everybody's week been? Now, did it have the variable speeds like we discussed, or... I just can't wait for those videos where someone else has the Bluetooth app enabled and you're walking in the aisle in the supermarket. So how about yourself, Rob? You've been zapping technology left and right, so it's a little bit of a gamble even having you on here. So we are hearing that we are unable to hear Mark talking. Yes. Okay.
Is it my volume on your mix?
I am showing everything running. It says they can't hear Rob either.
Let's see here, Mark, you're so quiet. I actually got some texts. The only person I can hear is Ash.
Okay, well,
I told you.
This is a conspiracy. I think Ash is plotting against us. Rob, I think Ash is just like, I'm the star of the show. Nobody else gets to be heard because I'm Ash.
Oh.
I'm going to curl my little mustache.
I wouldn't even do that in secret. Okay, apparently it's working now, which is fantastic.
It's more better now.
What changed?
It's just much more better.
Oh, Amazon's dropping off a package now.
There's a much more better option. I just clicked it. So apparently it's much more better. So yeah, big apologies going out to everyone who thought this was going to be a tarot show tonight.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we are going to have to reprogram that for a time in the future. But however, for those of you who loved the 80s, 90s, and beyond spectacle of the Nightmare on Elm Street films, we will be revisiting those tonight. We're talking about some of our favorite moments, some of our favorite chapters, and just overall what makes Nightmare on Elm Street great. And I'm going to see if I can't do my controls with a Freddy glove on the entire night.
Ooh, that one right there over your shoulder.
Can't wait till I try to pick my nose. This is going to be epic.
It'll be fantastic. That's like real metal blades on that too, isn't
no,
it?
not this one. I've got one that's a Nightmare 3 replica that's metal.
Yeah.
But this one, I mean, because kids and guests, this is just a really, really well done plastic replica.
Yeah. I just want to point out that Rob did metal and he did the thumb out. No, metal.
Ronnie James Dio.
No, Dio was actually like that.
No, Dio was like this. I saw him many times, bro. I saw him with Black Sabbath. I saw him on his own. Ronnie
Dio,
loved you.
Dio did the thumb straight out under. He didn't.
Well,
He didn't do the curled up. He did it straight.
and he
Like
did
go.
this because he loved you. Anyway, I did read in an interview with Robert Englund that when the reason if you watch like the very first Elm Street movie in the very beginning of the movie, his right shoulder is dipped. And he said it was because of the weight of the glove. He was not used to having the weight of the glove on his hand. And when he dropped his arm down by his side with the glove, it kind of brought his shoulder down. And he said he felt like he was like a gunslinger from the Old West. So he kept that posture. And I went back and watched, and sure enough, there's a lot of scenes where he dips that right shoulder when he's got the glove down down past his waist. And he said it was, that whole gunslinger feel that, ready that he could bring it up at any time. But it was that, the weight of it is what caused that shoulder to dip.
Huh.
That is interesting. By the way, I'm not going to leave this on the whole show.
Oh,
Why?
that's disappointing.
Yeah. I'm getting a sweaty hand syndrome already.
Well, that and he was doing some very odd gestures with the hand.
It's like try.
Yeah. I scratch way too much to keep that thing on.
All right. Well, let's get into this. Let's get into the whole, Nightmare on Elm Street. If we're going to talk about the good, let's talk about 1, 2, 3 for sure.
Right.
New Nightmare.
Yeah.
And if we're going to talk about bad, I think we start with the
2.
Unfortunately Jackie Earl Haley.
Oh yeah.
Look, I'm sorry. I don't acknowledge that exists.
We have to
It was
acknowledge it.
terrible.
We can't run away from it any longer.
No.
No.
I still refuse to acknowledge. I have never seen it. I never will see it. I will never accept
It's
it.
the horribly burnt
Never.
elephant in the room. We have to acknowledge it.
Nope.
That's true. We can talk about, I will put 2 as one of the okay ones, not necessarily one of the better ones, but
No, 2 sucked. 2 was not good.
I think they were chasing in 2. I think it was, holy shit, we've got something here.
You know what made 2 good was Clue Gallagher.
Yeah.
But even then,
Yeah.
it was a weird choice. It was a really, really weird choice for a follow-up. And looking back on it, and this is a thing that many people have noted, is that there are so many very blatant themes of homosexuality in the film, which again isn't something that is going to make me condemn the film. But when you have, a little horror film that goes big, it's strange that follow-up had some of those elements to it. That's what I guess to me is, it's like there was some very bold decisions made for a sequel that was, going to launch a franchise.
Like I said, I think it was that rush. I think that, all of a sudden, hey, we've got something here. We need to follow it up. And it was poorly written.
Yeah.
And I don't, whatever, underlying whatever was there in the film, it doesn't matter. It was just one of those things that the writing, no matter who you had in it, was not going to was going to overcome that. However, it was enough, in my mind, it was enough so that when 3 came out, I was like, all right, let's see what they do with 3. I didn't just write it off.
Right.
Oh, 3 was amazing.
Oh, still, it's one of there's like the